Everyone, how's everybody doing? Happy Friday to my fellow logisticians. Hopefully, we're going to have a good morning today. We're going to talk about wins and lessons.
Yes.
Welcome to the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
DJ,
Hey.
so you're on the road. Where on the road? You're in Ohio?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm in Ohio. In Akron,
There you
heading
go.
to Akron after to a meeting. So yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Awesome.
Good morning, Jeff. Glad
Yeah,
to
good
glad to
morning.
see you
Good
join us
morning.
again. I'm another audible this week. I know
Yep.
Mark shot me a text yesterday, said he couldn't join us. He was wanting
Yep.
to. But he was
Yeah,
not
he's probably,
able
what is
to.
he
So,
out in the golf course again?
who knows? Probably. He
I'll
chose
tell you.
golf over us again. Oh, just
Yeah,
kidding.
it's unbelievable how fast this week went, man. Time
Oh, it's
flies when
crazy.
you're having fun. It's
Yes,
unbelievable.
sir.
It was another great week for wins and losses. How about you? What were your wins and losses, or lessons, I should say, not
Wins and
losses?
lessons,
All lessons.
exactly. Yes. So, wins and lessons. So this week's been crazy. This week's been eye opening. It's been tough. I've had to lean on my wife quite a bit, so it's been fun. Yeah. It's you have those times in life when you start to really chase those certain visions or dreams, and you start to realize there's certain ones that you have to chase and certain ones you have to let go. And I think really, we'll get into your wins and lessons, and then I actually
Yeah,
have a little lesson I'd like to just kind of go over. We talked
sure.
a lot yesterday about drifting and about outwitting the devil. Anybody who hasn't read that book yet, y'all gotta get it. I'm telling you, it
Yeah,
really is life changing. But the difference between a drifter and non-drifter, and I do have that broken down from a post that I've seen as well. I'll share that in the video so you guys could
yeah,
see just kind of this, where I guess the devil from the book says the difference between a drifter and non-drifter. But really, I think that's just the patterns in life that we get stuck in. A lot of zeros and ones is what life's all about, and we could get
sure.
stuck in those patterns.
Yep, yep. And how about what are your wins?
Win. So big win was clarity. Biggest win for me this week was clarity. Clarity in direction, clarity in focus, clarity in my home team, my squad,
There you
and
go.
just clarity in a lot of things. So
Yeah, awesome, awesome. One of the biggest wins is Dan Deigan. I have to definitely say something about him. As you know, he's fighting. He's fighting the good fight with cancer. He had his first treatment last night. Didn't have very good sleep, but he is a fighter. He's a trooper. This is a gentleman that has more positivity than most of us. I know he has more than me, probably you too. And I'm just wishing him the best. I think that's the biggest win, that he's finally went through his first dosage, and that he came out a trooper. He's tired, but he's full of energy, and he's ready to go on that side. The other thing is that we spoke about mentoring, developing and helping our fellow logisticians and stuff. And another win was I was able to help John Brewer. We
nice.
we
Shout out
talked.
John.
Yeah, John, man. Good morning, sir. And
Morning, John.
we chatted yesterday as well. And um, I hit on him for some information. He does the same thing for me. And I sent him this graph that he had to do a huge presentation, and it went over unbelievably, and
Yes.
left his audience at awe. And he was telling me about it yesterday. So I was really happy about that. But John's a very smart guy,
Oh,
man.
John is a
And
smart dude. Yes,
oh,
John is
he's
a
a smart
very
dude.
John is my ideal ICP. If I was selling back into this, he would be my dream ICP. But yeah.
Yeah, and again, I have to say that John had a great point yesterday, and during our conversation, he leans on a lot of people, and that's what's great about LinkedIn, and our fellow competitors, friends, associates, etc. That it's always good to lean on somebody. It's a really, when you think about logistics, it's a pretty tight community when you really think about it. And at some point, somewhere along the line, whether it's at some convention or indirectly or directly, dealing with different companies and stuff like that, somehow you're going to touch base with these people. And it's always good to never burn a bridge and stay in contact with these people, because you learn so much from them. It's not always about you, it's about other people and how you can help each other. And I spoke about that yesterday, as you know. And it's so important to not think about yourself but others, and how and what you do reflects upon them, and how it will help them, and likewise. So those are my two big wins this week. Lessons, man, in logistics every
Every day is a lesson.
every day. In the last, I'll age myself, man. In the last 35 years, I don't think there has been a single day, DJ, that I haven't been challenged.
Oh,
That's so
that's
great.
one of the rewarding things about it. Yeah, yeah. That,
Right. It's just it's just incredible, because yesterday is gone. Tomorrow you don't know what's going to happen, and you're just focusing on today. And yes, you can fall back on the lessons that you've learned from the past and try to adapt them to what goes on today, but they're always different. They're always hitting you at different angles. And that's what I
yeah.
love about logistics and supply chain, and helping out the customers. I know you like to do that too. Definitely Dan. Dan loves to do that too. He does it every single day on this podcast. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, I love the lessons that I learn, and I always gain more knowledge every day. How about you? What are your
I love that. I love that you shared about others, and it's not always about yourself. I think even not always. I don't think it really ever about yourself or should be about yourself. If you're constantly just looking and thinking of the next way that you can help somebody else out, or in this industry, I mean, there's so many different ways from the drivers, and just the small things that you can do, the drivers that you use, just thanking them. Maybe I seen Kenneth, shout out Kenneth, I think it was Kenneth, meeting
yes,
a driver at the location. Like, I mean, come on, like, going the extra step, doing the extra thing, and thinking of the other person first, will always pay you, and the universe will always pay you in return. And so you don't ever have to really focus on yourself, worry about yourself. You have to be aware of yourself. You have to be aware of your of how you're feeling, what you're thinking. But I mean, as long as you're just continuing to give out, it's yeah. So I'm so glad you shared that. And then John is I can't wait to have him back on. I think we're supposed to have him on soon, but he is just such a smart guy. Your guys' passion in this industry, between you, John, Dean, Dan. I mean, you guys know everything from the inside, the outside, to all around this industry, and it's amazing, because there is so much. It is such a secret. It's almost like it's almost magical. I mean, it really is. I joke around to people and say, like, oh, look around your room. Anything you see, it's not just magic. It doesn't just show up there. Like, it went on maybe a boat or a plane,
yeah,
and then this truck, and then this pallet, and then this place, and it's been so many different places.
yeah, and DJ, just a quick comment, man. You're breaking up just a little bit, so I'm not sure what's
Okay.
happening with your speaker.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll see what's going on.
Yeah, just some static. Yeah,
Static?
just some static on that. Yeah,
Okay.
it just happened. So I'm not really sure what happened on your mic.
I wonder, I might be losing signal where I'm at. I'm not really sure how close towers are. But yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, you're still breaking up.
Okay.
Oh, hey, good morning, Lisa. How are you? Thanks for joining us this morning. We don't have many comments. I was surprised that we're not seeing a lot of comments regarding, the wins and losses today. Usually we see something on that, but I do have. Yesterday, I messed up pretty bad and I didn't check the chat. And today I got the chat open, but yeah, checking to see if we got any more on here. But yeah, so yeah, the wins.
Do we have a lane of the day?
Yeah. Hey, John, good morning. Thanks for joining us. And, that is a good segue for. Okay, so it is the lane of the day, but I got some bad news, and understandably, I did not receive the lane of the day information, and like I said, understandably, it goes to Dan, and then Dan, forwarders to me. So under the circumstances, what he's going through, I think Dean and the great crew at that will understand that, and we'll definitely put that back on Monday. And whether or not that Dan is able to join us, or even if your internet is up and running again, DJ.
Wednesday. So now.
Yeah, but on Wednesday. But I'm saying, because you guys do the lane of the day every day, and the thing is I'll have to get in contact with the people at that and make sure that they send me over that information. So I apologize, guys. I know that a lot of you look forward to the lane of the day. So what can I tell you? But as you can see, DJ is driving and trying to find a better location. So
trying to find a
will
better signal, so we're not cutting in and out.
Oh, it sounds good now. But don't stop in the middle of a parkway.
We'll give it a sponsor for Pepsi here. If you see the Pepsi truck,
there you go.
There you go. So maybe we'll get a sponsor from Pepsi. But look. So strategy, everybody. So what I was talking about, drifter, non-drifter, and kind of getting into the strategy. So I'll leave you all with a strategy to maybe use over the weekend. Something that really has kind of changed my life. Lisa had reached out yesterday mentioning about checking in. So shout out, Lisa. Thank you for the message and for letting me know about the show, that we were going good. But checking in, here's what I will challenge everybody, especially high achievers. If you feel like you're missing the boat, maybe business is going really well, but you're lacking on the family side, and feel like you're missing, disconnecting at home, or spiritually, or spiritually you feel great, but at home your relationship with your wife, your kids, your husband, your significant other, whoever is missing. If you can visualize and figure out, make a little chart and the 4 buckets of your life: spiritual, mental, physical, and then your relationship. And you only have 10 that you could break down, that you're going to give effort, and you break your life down into seasons. So whether it's you want to do a quarter, whether you want to do a half a year, 3 months, 6 months, however you want to do it. And then you put how hard you want to go in each one. But you can only, if you're going to give 4 effort into your business, now remember, you only have then 6 left to spread the rest of the 3 pools. Right. And you got to constantly check into that. And every end of your season, check in, see how it did. daily, you should be checking in, see how you're doing. But figure out how you want to do it. I do every 3 months. Every 3 months, I'm always, okay, I'm going to go really hard on business. I know I'm going to have to lack on spiritual, maybe. I know I'm going to have to lack on relationship, but I'm going hard on business and I'm going hard on physical. Been eating like a pig. I've been eating bad. I'm not exercising. Okay, I'm going to go hard on these two. Well, I know these two are going to lag during the season.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. We're human. We only have so much we can give. We only have so much we can do. But we have to be aware, and that's breaking that down and really thinking of that and checking in on that daily
Yes.
has been so powerful and life changing for me. Hopefully, anybody out there who really is just chasing these crazy dreams like that we have, chasing this crazy world of logistics,
Yes.
it's sales. If you're a business owner, you know what we're talking about. It's hard to turn this off, especially now that you can do this anywhere. And so you
Yes.
have to be able to unplug. You have to be able to check into those other things. It can't be one mode all the time. Yeah, if you can do that, I promise you, the changes you might see in your life it will be
Oh,
shorter.
they'll definitely blossom with that. And it's a good segue when you talk and communicate with your prospects and clients as well. If you have that kind of mindset in you, and I'm going to attack this from. I'll put my logistics hat on, all right, because I was on that side of the industry for over 35 years, receiving calls from brokers every single day, especially when you're managing multi-million-dollar complex operations. That's part of the job. You get hit with this kind of stuff. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. I hate brokers. I really do. And that's one of the reasons why I became one. As silly as that sounds, because and hopefully this will resonate with some of the new brokers out there and stuff like that. But when you call up prospects, and maybe this is a good lesson, when you call up prospects and you're prospecting, two things come to mind. One, know who you're reaching out to, right? Just don't make a call for the sake of making a call because you're looking for the quantity, not quality of calls, but quantity of calls on a daily basis, right?
Yes.
That doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Agreed.
Find out who that individual you're reaching out to's background, what have they done. Most importantly, find out about the company that they work for. Do your background research on that. Get more knowledge than what you need. If you have a niche or you don't know your niche, find out what that is.
The niche, yes. Be hyper focused on your niche. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
We tried to go and spread our goals to this huge monster of the world. And listen, guys, there is so much to this world that you'll never experience and know in your lifetime. And so there's no reason to go chasing everything. You nailed it. The riches are in the niches. I think Ryan, shout out Ryan, he said that I stole that, and that's been sticking with me ever since, because it really is. The riches are in the niches. If you could get hyper focused, and you don't need to do 5 million calls a day because you're just trying to blanket everybody and see what you can get. You have a niche, you know your specialty, you know what you're going after, you know what they need, and then you're just perfecting it every single day, more and more as you learn more. You end up with a customer like Jeff, or like, when Jeff had that hat on, or like John Brewer or Greg. You end up with one of those guys. Now you're in that niche, and now you're learning everything you need to. Now you just help. Don't worry about going after anything else other than that.
That's it. To me anyway, and some people will not agree with me, and that's fine, because this is my own beliefs. But when you're in brokerage, it's not about the quantity of calls that you make every single day, because that's a complete waste of time. Now, if you took that and you concentrated on the industry in which you want to penetrate, based on your knowledge, your niche, the mode you feel most comfortable in. Just because you offer all modes doesn't mean you have to offer all modes. That's your company that you work for. If you're really good at, IMDL, stay there, push that, use your knowledge,
Become the best at it.
Focus in on that, learn as much as you possibly can, and you will learn every day because that industry is changing every single day. Same with vans, air freight. It doesn't matter. Reefer, cold chain, whatever you want to focus in on, make that your game plan. Okay. When you reach out to prospects, don't sound like a predetermined machine. Be yourself. Don't be someone
genuine
that you are not. And as ridiculous as this sounds, don't talk about freight. Don't talk about freight. That's your end goal. Yeah, you want to move their freight, but the main objective is to find out what your customer does, why he does it, when he does it, and everything else behind that. That moving of freight is going to come later on, but you can't move what you don't know, right?
Yes,
you can't go in there and you can't just say, hey, I've got the cheapest rates out there. No, you don't have the cheapest rates, because somebody else is going to say the same damn thing.
Exactly.
And then another guy's going to say the same damn thing. And don't say that you have guaranteed capacity. You're not God, okay? And you can't predetermine what's going to happen out there. There's exceptions out there. There could be an accident that stops your truck from that. A truck will break down. Yeah, they did the PM on the truck and the fleet and everything like that, but these things happen. It's out of your control. Don't overpromise and underdeliver when you're out there selling. That's the biggest thing.
Don't write checks your ass can't cash. That's
that's it. Am I the best at where I need to be? No, I'm not. I don't pretend to be. But this is what I do, and I do good, is that I do a lot of research. I stay in my
You are the king of research, and I love it. You are.
And I don't want 100 customers. I don't. I don't want that. But that's my own personal belief. If you want them, that's fine. But like I said, most importantly, again, I was on that side of your calls, guys.
Yes, sir.
Think about the call before you get on that horn and you make that call. I want you to know more about what I know, if that makes any sense. And I can tell you from the conversations that I've had with competitors, and I wouldn't say prospects, but I'll say people like John Brewer as an example, or even Greg, who I used to work with. Cornett at Snyder, he will tell you bluntly, just like I'm telling you bluntly right now, there is a right way to communicate with me, and there's an absolute wrong way, and it'll be the quickest way for them to shut that door. So what I'm telling you is true to fact, and they'll tell you the same damn thing. Don't say the same thing what other people say. Find your value. Find that value that you bring to the table and expose that value. It will open up the door for you greatly.
I'm so glad you shared that too. I will throw myself under the bus. New to this industry, new to cold calling, new to all of that. Like I was going after everything and anything to just figure out what this world was all about, because just say the place that most companies don't teach. Dan says this all the time, and he's so right. Most companies don't teach what they should in this industry. But I running into, and so I'll tell you full disclosure. Everybody around me was all about refrigerated freight and produce. Every single person. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. I tried that for a small period of my career in this industry. and I ran into a guy like you that I would experience you to be, Greg to be, John to be, if I was this not knowing what the hell I'm talking about kid, calling and telling you, and this dude, he was so you'll love it. He's a guy in New Jersey who had a produce market, and he called me out hardcore, and it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then, but he was cool, and he then was like, look, you just research more, to look at what I'm doing, look at where it's coming from, and then it was like, okay. And it, you might have those, and most of those guys I ran into before that, they were dicks. Just I'm not even in there. Click. I'm not even. You don't even know what you're talking about. Click. Oh, what about this? And just trick question. The produce guys, especially, those are the most. Here's my little what I think my advice to this industry is. Produce guys are the seasoned guys. Those are the guys that they can't screw around. They can't mess around with the pulping to everything else to the loss of product. Like, they can't mess around. And so those guys, you want to test what your knowledge is, just call one of those guys. You'll see how much you know or don't know.
Exactly.
Because and that's I got that, and I got an ear full, but then a lot of lessons,
What it's about.
it was amazing. So I can't thank him enough. Shout out, you know who you are.
Yeah. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, my integrity and honesty is first and foremost. All right. You're in logistics sales. Okay. The prospects that you are calling, they are every day busier than hell. They don't want to waste their time. And surely they don't want to waste your time. So they'll be blunt. They will be just brutally blunt with like you said, DJ, and they'll just say, I don't have time, click, call me at another time, and they'll see your number come up and they'll just hang up. They're not even going to entertain that stuff. So that's why I'm saying it's so crucial when you're prospecting, that
learn your niche,
learn it, find your value. It's so important in sales. I can't tell you more. And I'm not a sales guy. I keep on telling you, you've heard me say that 100 times, Dan, I'm a logistics guy. I'm an operations guy, not a sales guy. And I learn from you guys out there. And so when I came on board and became a brokerage agency for Landstar, it took me a while. It did take me a while. I sucked at the beginning, man. I was making absolutely nothing because I needed to absorb and learn and think about my past and what you guys said to me and how I wanted to present it differently so I didn't come across that way. That's why I'm so adamant, the way that I'm telling you what to do, how to do it right. And lo and behold, I'm in well over the six figures now, so it took me time. But
it's amazing once it clicks though, right?
It is, but you have to have the patience. And any sales guy out there that have been in the industry, and if they reflect upon their career in the industry, it was hard for them as well, and good leaders in that industry on the sales side will be more than happy to tell their associates, hey, this is the proper way to do it. If they're good leaders, not followers, and just looking at numbers every single day, because truthfully, it's not about those numbers. Yeah, when you do the quarterly and the annual, business reviews and stuff like that, sure, it is important. I'm not saying it that way, but what I'm saying is it's more important about the quality of the call, so you're not wasting your company's time or your time. And in the run, if you have that patience, it's all about building long-term business relationships, and building those long-term business relationships take time. They just don't happen overnight. Be patient and they will come. But be cognizant of what you are saying, how you are saying it, and don't be too pushy. That's the best knowledge I can tell anybody.
Amen. Boom.
So,
Give us a boom on that, Jeff. But I will tell you,
just trying to be honest with it.
We are at 9:30, so guys, we will wrap it up for you. We won't go over time, but thank you for joining us this week again. Dan will hopefully be back with us next week.
Yes.
He's in all of our thoughts and prayers. Dan, hopefully you recover from your first treatment there, and everything goes smooth for you. Everybody watching, listen, just find your gift. Find your gift. Don't chase your passion. Just follow your gift. Shout out to American Logistics Centurion Trucking for making the show possible. Jeff, thank you for filling in and kind of being part of our team here.
Do you have a quote for today?
I do.
I had to bust a chocolate.
Good old Zig quote to take us out. Zig Ziglar, man, the myth, the legend. Man, he changed my life 12 years ago. Before I do this, again, Sales Chatter Live, 9 a.m. till 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Start your day right with us. Again, Monday through Friday. If you want to start your day better off, or just with some gratitude, some happiness, some motivation, some just life, or want to be with like-minded people who are going through this journey with you, just join us. Zig, to take us out, you already have every characteristic necessary for success if you recognize, claim, develop, and use them. Just use them.
And that's yes, sir. And thank you everybody for putting up with me doing the filling in for Dan. It's a hard seat to fill. I had a little bit of mistakes. I'll get better at this, guys. So thank you so much for joining us.
Friend.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week, and enjoy your time off on the weekend for those who can.
Bye, y'all.
Centurion Trucking, our motto is people before profit. Today's market requires more transparency, consistency, and focus on what our clients need to win. Centurion Trucking and American Logistics are poised to help their clients achieve and surpass their targets. If you're looking for a team that honors your needs, dreams, and aspirations, then get a hold of Daman at American Logistics or Centurion Trucking and start designing your career today.